it in and rip the knob off. You're tuned in to the #1 show on the planet. The Heffron and Reep Show. This is the epicenter of audio frequency entertainment.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah. You guys are the best.
Heffron and Reep.
I love you, love you, love you.
The Heffron and Reep Show.
And there you go. I missed the button. That's okay.
What's up? Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
There you go. I can hear you better now. That silky smooth voice you heard briefly was John Heffron. I'm Jon Reep, and you're listening to...
It's a Heffron and Reep Show. Again, raining like crazy where I'm at, but the feedback I got is you can't hear it online, so I will not mention it.
Yeah, I don't hear it at all.
Bugging me. I will not mention it. And if you look at this thing. Look what I got going.
Oh, you smoking now? You got a vape pen?
I vape. So here is so 400 times better internet here in the barn. Something I had not planned on, and it is only October, but hopefully this thing won't blow up. I'm scared.
John is he's got like a heat fan.
Yeah,
one of them satellite dishes that
kind of
throw heat at you
because it's cold. It's 36 degrees here.
And earlier, just for the podcast listeners, John is not vaping. It's literally that cold in the barn where he's at. When he breathes out, you can see his breath.
Yeah,
sacrificing for the show. I love it. Great attitude, man. How are you?
Things are metal. I'm probably gonna touch things and get stuck to them. I'm good. Hope you're well. This weekend, I was in Toledo, in Toledo at the
Perrysburg, Ohio.
Perrysburg, which was easier to get to than Toledo. You're there, I believe October. I would see your picture before I went on stage. The 20-somethings.
29, 30, 31. Halloween night.
Oh, that'll be good.
I don't know, dude. I'm worried about it. Listen,
What,
Halloween night, it's going to be a full moon. Okay. I love all the funny bones, but I know that Toledo likes to have a good time, which could lead to a loud and rowdy crowd, and I'm worried about it.
Again, Toledo people are awesome. That particular comedy club has a full moon feeling during the day, not full moon. So it's one of those things where I don't know if they need to sage that room. There was one show that I was coming up with new stuff that I've never said that it felt like what it used to when you perform all the time, when you're just like weaving stuff and you're doing callbacks, and it just felt good. Opposed to these shows where you haven't performed in 5 months, when you're like, I think I had a bit about this. I'm going to start to talk, and I'm hopefully going to remember what the punchline was. So there was one of those shows that were good. The other ones, people were new at coming out again, and kind of the audiences have to be retaught how to act in public. It's a lot of people who've just been home. Although Ohio, it doesn't seem like they're in such as big a lockdown as in Michigan.
Okay.
There was one little thing.
Yeah.
When I'm out, I wear a mask. It's just something that I do for right now. If you don't have a mask on, I don't tell you to put one on. I know nothing about your life. I don't care. I wear a mask, especially at an arcade where people are walking around, touching random knobs, and nobody was wearing a mask.
Wait, you were at an arcade?
Well, at the comedy club now, they got rid of the restaurant, and it's an 80s arcade. Is that whole area. Unlimited games, anything you want to do from every game you can think of.
Well, that's awesome.
Church here. Yeah, it's really cool because you just walk around, you just play whatever, then the show's right there. However, you do kind of feel like you're performing at a Chuck E. Cheese, because it's all like arcade stuff. And then in the showroom, it's you. But the shows were great. I'm not saying a thing. I'm just giving you what the environment is.
Got it.
And
there's one like that. Funny Bone, I believe, St. Louis or Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Same people, same owners.
Yeah. Well, I like that. I like that one side's the arcade and one side's the Funny Bone. I think that's a good combination.
It's a good vibe.
It brings out people. I don't know. I like the crowd that it attracts.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. And it's just everything I'm complaining about, I've missed. So it's not me complaining. I'm happy to be in front of people again. But if I owned a comedy club, I just wouldn't have a fishbowl of drinks.
I was going to ask you about the fishbowl. They still got the fishbowl?
And they got a thing called a suicide slushy. Remember, did you ever work the Improv in Hollywood, Florida, which is technically Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, I did.
That was at the thing. So before you went into that club, there was this bar called Wet Willie's.
Yes.
Where all the booze came out of a
right.
slushy, like a slushy
It's
machine.
a million slushy machines just back next to each other, and you can go up and go, I'll take a banana Bahama Mama breeze.
Yeah. And so doing shows like that is tough because people get really they're in a really good mood.
Yeah.
And then the pure grain alcohol sugar hits them, and then it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
So I do the shows. Super fun. It was a 2-person show.
Wait, 2-person show.
Mm-hmm.
Local person?
Local, yeah.
You didn't bring anybody?
No. No.
Is that the format moving forward?
Not bringing
no. I mean, the club usually has got a.
They're only having 2 people shows.
I wonder why.
I don't know if that's a safety thing or a money thing. Other shows were sold out though. They're so I think they're allowed to have 100 people. There were there was 100 people almost every show except for Sunday, which was way less, but still a really really fun show.
Got it.
No 2 mics, by the way, if that bothers you. In a mic stand, everyone has the same one. I'm still a little. I have those mic condoms that I showed you those.
No, I've heard. You have one?
Not on me, but they're 100. You get 100 on Amazon for $9, and they're disposable, and you just drop that thing over the mic, even without COVID. Get it because it makes the mic not smell like chicken fingers, or you know how guys do it, where they act like they're giving a blow and they smack their head with it. It just feels safer to have on there.
What does it look like? Is it a is it? I know it's not like a condom where it's rubber, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear. Is it like a net? Is it like a film?
It looks like I can't believe I don't have one.
They have different colors?
No, it looks like a mushroom. It looks like the top of a mushroom you're playing a Mario Brothers. So it's white with these little spots, and it looks like your microphone's wearing a little shower cap.
Okay. Do you have jokes about it? I mean, do you go up there and put it on?
I literally, and these are hacky stuff, but it's
The
first time I went on stage, I took the disinfectant wipe and I wiped off the pole, and then I put the thing on. Yeah. And I think the crowd thought I was just being a dick to the last comic. Like I'm suddenly I'm homophobe, and everyone else is like, we're Americans, we don't wipe down shit. Like it was that.
Yeah.
And I did some horribly hacky, not proud of it, but they're playing Van Halen when I come up, and then I just did a strip club DJ. We got $20 table dances, $30 VIP dance, and I was wiping down the pole like.
But look,
super hacky.
John, can I say something?
Okay.
I think it's okay as a comedian live comedian who performs in every club all over the country to have hacky moments, as long as it doesn't end up in your special. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and I put the thing on and made some joke about being pro-life. That I do this because I don't know what I have. I'm not so much worried about giving it because I care about other people. That's
great.
That's a secret political statement, but it is what it is. So I get done with one of the shows, and I knew that this dude was kind of going to be trouble in the beginning. He had snakeskin boots on.
Was this a Friday second show?
No, it was like Thursday. And then he had those jeans from the Buckle that have those French, those designs.
Yeah, he had thick stitching.
Thick, yeah. In the jeans are really the pants pocket, the back pockets were really bedazzled.
Elaborate, yeah, very bedazzled. It looks like a Weeblo symbol back there.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly 100%. And I have a theory: the bigger stitching you have, or the more shit you have on your back pocket, the kind of douchier you are.
Yes,
me
and my buddy Mark Stamos make fun of the people with the thick stitching all the time.
It's a thing. It's a look, but you get it at Buckle.
It used to be Urban Outfitters.
Yeah,
that was the thing. It was True Religion was a big one.
Have it.
Yep. But it's still hanging on in certain pockets of the country. They're just now getting it. It's already been out of style for a while, but they don't know it yet.
No, they had it, and then just leather wristbands. With not even holding a watch, just leather.
Right.
For you go like this, so the hawk lands on your wrist.
He's a Falconeer at your show.
And then he doesn't even have. Hold on.
Was his hair highlighted at all? Was there frosted tips? Did he have?
And I apologize because I'm looking because I think I have a picture of it. Just to let you know,
I bet you he's a large person who wore a medium-sized shirt.
He had I got to find
and probably like Affliction, maybe some MMA stuff, maybe self tanner, like probably veneers that were way too white. Right?
Yeah, he didn't wear a belt, which I always okay. So I have to go in the recently deleted photos and
well, you do that. I will talk about.
No, I have it. I have it right here.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Got a bandana. Okay.
Oh, bandana. Oh, that's okay.
I'm going to show. How do I do this? Okay.
Well, you could send it to Alan who could. Wait. Okay. Well, man, I'm confused with this. This is a guy who's trying to hang on to his youth.
But notice so
he doesn't look in shape to me. I thought we were talking about a guy who's like does way too much CrossFit, but we're looking at a guy he's got like some love handles, and his pants are coming down, and
he's got leather. He's got snake boots on.
I can't tell what his jeans are going so far over the shoes. I can't tell what they are, but
right?
Yeah, I trust you.
Get it? You get it, right?
So I get that guy.
You get that guy.
I know that guy.
So we get done with the show, and he's laughing the whole show. Whatever. He gets done. I'm kind of standing in the corner, and there's a group of people next to me at the table that are maybe, I don't know, there's 10 people there. I just called them the super spreader table. I just wasn't comfortable having that big of people. The whole club, by the way, wipes everything down. People are spread really nice. Right. You're staged. Nobody's in front of you. They do they do temperature checks. I just want to make sure I'm not shitting the actual thing. It's just
is every other table are they doing they take tables out and make more room?
Everybody's far unless you buy a table. So I think the theory is
if you're in your own bubble, right?
Yeah. So they're off there. So I get done with the show. I'm kind of standing in the side waiting for people to leave, and then I'm gonna leave. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not hanging out or doing, meet and greets or anything.
Oh,
They catch me.
Yeah.
They catch me and they go, "Hey, take a picture with us."
Mm-hmm.
And I go, "Okay." And then they start doing "Hey, use your camera." Well, I'll use mine and then text it to you. And then the woman goes, "I'll get it." And then it's at the bottom of her purse. And then she gets her reading glasses to then to open up the thing. And then he goes, "Let's all jump in." He goes like this to do the hug thing to take a picture. And I have done more. I don't want to ever cause a problem with anybody. Although, side note, I read this thing somewhere on Instagram because that said, if everybody likes you, you don't. Right? So basically, that means just have a personality where everybody likes you, you probably aren't okay with yourself.
Let me ingest this information for a second.
Okay.
I feel like I'm a pretty likable guy.
Okay.
I do know some people who don't like me. I don't talk about those people. I don't wear that on my sleeve.
Right.
So I think I'm okay here with this information. And proceed.
But I get like that. You're going to start to notice a self-reflecting John Heffron over the next couple weeks.
Okay.
But I have a thing. I don't ever want to cause a ruckus, but I'm also at an age now where I'm a grown man. I can cause a few or
yeah, you got to put your foot down sometimes, right?
It's a thing, right? Not even that. I should have just, so he says, "You want to take a picture?" We know 700 comics that I should have just went, "Not right now." It just, I don't feel safe. That's all I should have said.
Social distance.
So I go, "Let's take a picture where you guys are standing and we'll just point at each other." And it's the Corona picture. So
now that's pretty cool. You made a thing out of it.
So then we take a picture and I go, "I appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving." Is literally what I said. Then the guy goes, "Let's do one without the masks."
Okay.
And then I go, "No." I go, "No." So we're not gonna do it. And then he looks at me. It's an inch from my face and goes, "Take the fucking mask off." So now my heart is, because you saw that fat fuck. Sorry for the swearing. Zero intimidation of him, right? Like, you fight big guys, you just got to weather 3 punches and then they can't breathe and they got to get their inhaler. He's not, I had it all planned out. Those dumb pockets were going to be around his ankle. And so I literally, I go, "Now I move the mask here and just go, what'd you say?" He goes, "Take your fucking mask off. I paid for a ticket. Not I own you or I control you." He said something of that. So then I thought, this is Thursday.
Oh,
so,
boy.
right. So I go, "This is
Thursday."
Wait,
time out. How old are we talking? Is this dude?
He's probably
ballpark.
Who knows? Some dudes just look older. He's probably in his 30s, I guess. 3rd, 4th. Not scary. I would have.
He's not 55 and he's not 21.
He could have been. He looked like Bobby Flav or Flavor or who's the guy who wears the
Bobby Flavor Flav?
Bobby Flavor Flav. Yeah,
I know him.
Yeah, no, but he's
bam. Yeah, boy.
He had a crew of, there were 6 other dudes there.
Oh,
but I had a moment where I go, okay, if I get in a fight now, I don't have to perform for the rest of the weekend because I'll just be done. And I'll get press, or that'll like when the cops come and they got a thing. Then John Heffron got in a fight because he had a mask on, and now it's some weird, crazy political thing. And then I could have plugged our podcast. I had a moment of, you know what I mean? Like I just have this.
That's great.
I turned 50. I moved. I got divorced. I have this. I've not had this explosion of all this stuff that's happened to me. I haven't done right. I haven't had a thing. I'm kind of like saving it. Almost like you're playing video games and I'm getting my crazy power up. So when I really need it, I can.
Are you can?
Yeah. Fight. So yeah.
Wait a second.
So that was that night. And then I go, I'm wearing my mask. You guys take care. And I just walked away. So I don't even have a good story where I told everyone fuck off or whatever.
No, this story's amazing.
I got on stage the next day.
Okay.
Then I yelled at that crowd. And I told him that story. And then I described what he looked like. And then I go, probably everybody you all wear the same thing. It was probably tough. And then I said, listen, people, I don't say anything about those of you who wear sleeveless Hooters t-shirts. How about you don't say anything about my mask? How about that? You've made some wardrobe choices that I necessarily wouldn't make.
Right.
Yeah. So that's. But
I have so many things to say about your story.
Go ahead.
Wow. I bet the adrenaline was flowing through you.
I left. That's like, there's a couple times in my life where something happened, but who knows? Nowadays, he could be part of the Cabela militia. So he's got a Cabela gift card in his back pocket.
Look, yeah, him
and his buddies have been training with pie tins behind them because they don't like how their lack of education has turned them out in the world. So now they're going to take over a gun. I don't know. It just, sometimes you don't know how those were going to work out.
No.
You probably had a wallet chain. You probably would have hit me with that. Yeah. And then.
But let me just ask you this question. In your gut, one-on-one, you could have taken this guy easily.
I'm a wuss. No, I don't know. But he was big enough where I know I could have,
What, like, how tall was he?
He's a little shorter than me. Probably weighed 100-some pounds more than me. But
I know that you've done some martial arts in your day.
I'm not bragging. I wrestled 105 pounds when I was in high school, bro.
I know you know some fighting techniques. I know you did some martial arts in your day.
His pants were so low, I would have shot in for a double leg. I would have just whipped out. Pants would have been down, but he had friends.
That's why I say one-on-one. If it were just you two, you could have taken it, but it's never just you two because he obviously didn't come alone. But anyway, the adrenaline must have been flowing like crazy. And that was the only show you had that Thursday. Yeah. What a horrible way to start the weekend.
Just how he said it, take your fucking mask off. Take that.
Oh man. God, that just makes you want to swing right there.
Not even a mask. He had like a bandana.
What was the hair situation?
It was I don't know.
You have a hat,
gift cards to the sports cuts that really the haircut places where they have a sports theme, and that's where the dudes go.
But he had hair.
I think so. Yeah,
you don't remember that part.
Big Gomer. Just a big goofy.
Well, screw that guy. He'll be at my show, I'm sure.
I told him to. There's people that are coming to your show because I did this joke about corn, and I may have referred to you as Children of the Corn, and then I go something about Malachi, and then every show I went, oh, speaking of which, my buddy Jon Reep is here at the end of the month, and I had people come up and say that they bought tickets. So I sold like 4 tickets for you. Yeah.
I'm going to have to get in a fight now. The only good thing about this scenario right now that I'm thinking of is that the hotel is running distance from the club. So I could literally sucker punch this guy and then run out the door and then run to the hotel across the street and go through the back door. Like I'd have it all set up. I'd have the back door propped open.
Here's the problem with that is you'd run across the street and then cars are parked right there. And then it's a weird run. And then you get to that front door and then you go, where's my key? Oh, I left it in the green room. So then the door of the hotel doesn't open. And then you got to buzz the girl. And then she gets off her Facebook page in the back and then walks over. And then she's like, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, I got to. So then you're fighting the guy out front.
Oh, my gosh.
So I think you're fighting no matter what.
Yeah. Well, I am different than you in that I'm not as I don't want to use the word germophobic. Like I don't have mic condoms. I have a mask. I sell my own mask, but I don't always wear it, I've had the COVID already.
Yes,
I feel like I've already been there, done that.
Yeah,
So
that's why.
I'm not as worried about that part, but I don't like rudeness. I don't like the guy telling you to take off the effing mask.
How he said it
That bothers me.
you meant like how he said it made you mental. Made you mental. And I'm going to read you a story about rudeness. So I'm going to stall while you talk.
Okay, so look, I will be in Toledo with my own masks.
By the way, the food there is so good. The video games are so good.
Yeah.
The staff good. Some really good shows. Every once in a while, you can predict it. Like there was a group of guys that all just looked crazy tough. There were maybe 9 of them, right? And they all had cohort jackets, and they just look like they just throw trucks for a living. Like their job is they walk into a place, and just toss trucks. And they were drunk as they were out there, super drunk. And I'm like, there's no way they're coming to the show. So as I'm about to get on stage, I see them moving towards the door, and I went to the sound guy and the guy who seats people. I go, don't walk them into the front of the room during my show. Please don't do that. And sure enough, just walked right there, sit down, and the guy sits down. It was like, we missed it. Start over. That, and then he was just very enthusiastic. He was like heckling after everything you said. And I had a moment where
what night was this?
Doing comedy, and then during that I go, I don't miss this. I had a story about people being ruder that I've been trying to look for.
What night was the Carhartt people?
Probably the next day.
Wait, dude, these are the people who don't know how to shake hands. They feel like it's a squeezing contest.
Yeah.
I would love to. I like to shake. Before COVID, I was always about high fiving and shaking hands and fist bumping and whatever you want to do, meeting and greeting. But some people, they just don't know. Like, I'm not going to get into a freaking grip contest with you, okay? Now, and I get it. You've been taught firm handshake. That's great, and a firm handshake is fine. But know the difference between a firm handshake and you being an a-hole and trying to squash my hand. Because what am I supposed to do? Squeeze back? And then the next thing we're doing, we're sitting here looking at each other. It's a staring contest. I hate those. I don't like that, John Heffron.
I kind of like the thing.
Yeah. Give me a wave. I like to do a namaste. I like doing one of these namastes.
Where you don't even, I can go like this and go like that to you and not have to touch your knuckles. That's get it.
Fine. Yeah.
We get it.
Yeah. Don't squeeze my hand.
Get it. I couldn't find the article. There's a whole article that I just read about people getting ruder. I think that is a thing right now, and I don't understand it. I don't. Anyway.
Yeah, because no, I believe that's true. Real quick, I want to ask the Alan Jackson. We're going live. We haven't even brought this up yet. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter right now. And I'm sure, and I'm not looking at the comments. I got the mouse right here. I guess I could look at some comments.
Oh, yeah, did we do our Patreon stuff? We should be plugging that. And that should almost be our first thing out of our mouth, by the way.
Oh, there it is. Bam. Alan has put up, visit heffronandreep.com. Click on our Patreon if you want to support the podcast. There's many different rewards and shout outs that you get if you become a Patreon supporter of Heffron and Reep. Keeps us motivated, keeps the lights on here at the studios, keeps the heater on over there for John Heffron. Maybe we'll get him some indoor plumbing.
Right.
But check out our website, heffronandreep.com, and snoop around. You can watch, listen, and be a supporter. There's old episodes up there. We've done a couple of these, and we're having a ball, and we hope you are. You know what? Tonight's it's October the 19th as we're talking right now. Do you know that, John?
October 19th.
As we're recording this live.
Okay.
Just so people know, I'm not joking when I say it's live. Right now, it's October 19th, 2020.
Oh, okay.
And what does this podcast love? It loves the 80s.
Gotcha.
We love the 80s. Do you know what happened on this day in 1987, John Heffron?
Let's see. It is October 19th, 1987.
87.
I was probably working at a grocery store, Colonial Market, and being excited that I was a junior in high school, one more year, and I'm out of this place. I was probably excited about that. I was trying to decide if I was too old to dress up for Halloween, because you know how you hit that age where you just kind of run around and parents go, you're just too old. So, but I don't know what happened. By the way, side note, John. Well,
we have new Patreon supporters, by the way. Alan just put it up. Brenda Sachs and Dawn Bonham. Thank you. Let's clap for them, John. Clap for Brenda Sachs and Dawn Bonham. Thanks for being Patreon supporters.
Yeah, there's my clapping. But no, what it won't shut off. What happened 1987, October 19th?
Dude, check this out. You ever heard of Black Monday?
Black Monday. Isn't that the buying stuff online?
Nope, that's Black Friday. And Black Friday is it's after Christmas or before things. This has nothing to do with Christmas or Thanksgiving or a holiday or shopping. Yeah. Black Monday in 1987, stock markets around the world crashed, including the Dow Jones stock market index. It fell like 508 points, down 22%. That's 4.5 times the previous daily record. It was like it was a really bad day if you were someone who had stocks. But 1987 John Heffron probably didn't care about that.
So 1987, that was I bet you huge amounts or lack of cocaine was probably taken that day. If you were in the stock market, I just figure every guy back then who wore those suits did all that drugs, and then they lost a lot of money.
Like the Werewolf of Wall Street.
How about this thing that I looked up? Dude, we should be doing subject changes, by the way.
Oh, wait, does Alan have some queued up before we do it? Because I want to give him time. Okay.
This is Mimosa, and it's time for a Heffron and Reep subject change.
All right.
That was my mom.
Are you afraid of anything? Do you have any phobias?
Wow. It's funny that you bring this up because I just went to a haunted adventure right here in Hickory called Lake Hickory Haunts. And it's really good. I'll tell you about it later. But to answer the question, I don't like spiders and I don't like snakes.
Without my looking up capabilities, I wouldn't know. I just found this website I was trying to figure out what I'm afraid of. And because I've grown into some fears, do you know what a Mexophobia is?
I'm afraid to say it. It sounds racist.
Okay, no, that's a fear of riding in a car.
What is?
It's a Mexophobia.
See, look. It sounds like you're saying Mexican, like a Mexican. And you're afraid of Mexicans? That's why I said it sounds racist.
Yeah. What about this? Chromophobia?
What is it, though? Wait, what is it?
The one I just told you is just the fear of cars. You're just afraid of cars.
Dude, I laughed at you because I thought you were saying, when I said it sounds racist, that you said, no, racist is a fear of cars, like racing, like you're racing. I thought you made a double joke. I gave you too much credit.
No. Because I'm trying to read, and do you know what chronometrophobia? Chronoment.
Mm-hmm. I do know what this is. Yeah. I know someone with this. Yeah.
What is it?
Well, that's the fear of. Have you ever had a pack of gum? And you pull the gum out, and it has the aluminum foil on it, and then you accidentally bite into the aluminum foil, right? So you get a taste of that. Like if you have a feeling in your mouth, it gives you a shock.
Yeah.
So this is the fear of chewing something that could taste like chrome. It's called what again?
Chronomentrophobia.
Yeah, with a mint flavor. It's if you have a mint flavored gum that's still wrapped in aluminum foil. That's the chronomentophobia. Yes, I've heard of this.
Yeah, you were close. It's the fear of clocks. Like, how would you be like afraid of clocks? That would be the weirdest thing. Those
Well, you know,
who are watching on Facebook, if you have any fears,
Flavor Flav suffers from this. And the best way to deal with your fears is to face it head on. So Flavor Flav famously has this, and he just says, "You know what time it is? It's time to get over this and wear clocks all the time."
Here's one. I know a lot of people that are this one. Gammaphobia. You know what that is?
Yes, that is people who are afraid of turning into the Hulk with the gamma rays, and you don't. You're afraid to get too much gamma rays that you'll turn into the Hulk when you get mad.
Close. That was a fear of marriage.
Well, you know,
I think that would be one people grow into. You know, like that's one like you get. There's
Well, here's someone says Ray Lou has a severe emotophobia. Emetophobia?
Okay, hold on. I'll tell you what that is. All right, hold on. Entophobia. Is that what you said?
EMETO phobia.
Oh no, but there's
it sounds disgusting.
There's a EPHEBIPH.
What are you doing?
I'm done with this bit. It's a fear of teenagers, but there's literally fears. Like you can have fear of teenagers.
Which one's the fear of teenagers? The one that she said?
No, the one that I'm saying that I can't.
Now I have to look up this emetophobia thing.
Mesophobia. Isn't that what's on TV all the time? That guy. Do you have mesophobia? No, that one's dirt and germs.
It's a specific phobia that involves an extreme fear of vomiting. See, yeah. So this person, I've heard of emetophiles. If you listen to Howard Stern show, there's a guy that loves to be vomited on. It's like Jeff the Vomit guy. So this girl's saying she doesn't like to see it. Like it bothers her. Like she has a phobia of people throwing up.
Here's octophobia. You know what that
Brand's afraid of syrup. You gotta be kidding me.
He's afraid of
Why
syrup.
would you be afraid of syrup?
Like when I got so scared, I'll get it on my hair.
This is Bryn Adams on Facebook leaving us a comment just for the listeners. She's afraid of syrup. Now, maple syrup, any specific brand or all syrup? What about honey? I feel like honey could be is also like a syrup.
There's octophobia. You know what that one is?
That's the fear of the Octomom from that reality show?
That's exactly what that one is. No, that's the fear of the figure 8. What?
There's too many phobias.
Like the fear of figure 8. So you could never be an ice skater because you couldn't do a figure 8.
Right.
You would hate. I don't know.
Well, John, earlier we were talking about we might have celebrity pop-ins from time to time. This is off air. We talked about it. We've not had a guest on this podcast, but there's a chance we could, because I've given 2 people our Zoom link here, whatever you want to call this, StreamYard, whatever it is we're doing. And I told them just to pop in anytime. So I don't know.
Do we want to set up how? So let's set up how this happened, just by the way.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Okay, so I sent you a text and you didn't respond. And then
how dare you?
I sent a thing saying, okay, Jon Reep, just read your text. $500. I really don't have that. I was just baiting you.
What?
I can get a friend on sooner than you.
Yeah.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. I got Debbie Gibson, my friend Shannon Reem, who's a news anchor, and then Mary Lynn Rice. Because I got turned down, right? I tried getting guests for our show, and I reached out to a couple people, and one basically said no, and the other one said yes, but then made up some lie. So I'm done trying to get guests. So I'm only going to do it through Instagram. Debbie Gibson has blown us off before, but I just have a feeling we can get Debbie Gibson.
I would do a lot of things for you if you could get Debbie Gibson. I was madly in love with her when I was like in the what year was that?
She's like 80s.
Yeah, the 80s. I loved her. Real quick, Jessica in Reynolds.
She didn't even
says,
respond.
John, I'm 30 minutes from Toledo. Do you need a bodyguard from Mr. Bedazzled Jeans? Yes. Come to the comedy club in Toledo and just be on standby. I may or may not need you.
Hey, guys.
Oh, wait.
Hey, we got somebody that wants to jump in if you guys are ready for him.
Hey, is it Debbie?
Do we get to know who it is? Or do you just do it?
I'll just do it.
All right, let's find out who we got.
Wait, did he play our? We have a video.
Oh, Alan, is there a video that? Okay, that was a special guest video, and joining us, it looks like his mic is turned off and his camera's not on. I do see the name. I do know the name. At this point, my friend Jeff has to figure out the microphone and the camera, and I know he will get there because he went to UNC Chapel Hill. He is a smart man. The Alan Jackson, did you know this? You're talking to a fellow Tar Heel alumnus once we get him figured out. Yes!
Jeff?
Hello.
Hey!
Hello, John.
Hey, Jeff, this is our very first guest in the history, not the history of the Jon Reep and John Heffron podcast, right?
It's the first guest that we've had on when we went live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and the new revival of Heffron and Reep. My good friend, my old school buddy, Jeff Richards, everybody.
Good evening, and thank you for having me. Can you hear me on the microphone?
I can a little bit. How does he sound to you, Heff?
Yeah, sounds perfect to me.
Sounds good, buddy.
Good like this.
Yeah,
What's happening, you guys?
Nothing. Jeff, we've met a few times, right? We know each other. If I saw you at an airport, I would walk over to you and be like, "What's up, dude? How are you?" I love the stuff that Jeff does on your what do I always see you on?
Oh, dude, TikTok, Instagram. He's killing it with these face filters, man.
Yes. Every time I see them, I would just stop and I'm a full click through. I watch the entire thing because you can do so many awesome impressions, and I don't know how to do any. I don't know how to. Robert Downey Jr. one.
Anybody can do Robert Downey Jr. You just really do a Southern California surfer that's pretty like, it's just like, it's like Hang 10, like surfed up, just like the whole thing, it's like sand in your underwear, right? It's like weird. It's like bubonic. It's like this weird, ethereal, like strange, esoteric.
That's a word he uses a lot. It's like esoteric.
It's like mesmerizing. It's like, have you ever had a Del Taco quesadilla and you just say to yourself, "I'm just going to jump off a bridge"? It's so good, because they put peppers in there.
How can Jeff, as somebody who's never done, I don't even know how people do impressions. Like even in my act, I think I have one go-to thing when you're talking. You know how you do a dumb voice. Then this guy's like, "Hey, you want to go," and you do a thing, but I don't know how people hear anybody else. And I do one impression. I do one. You want to see it?
Proceed.
Okay.
Yes.
And I've done this impression since high school. Okay. It's okay. It's Yoda climbing onto a log. Okay.
See, that's all it takes.
It's the only one. I can't. I can't. Yeah.
Thing.
John, why am I just now hearing this?
I'm saving it because I'm just saving it just for I don't even know.
Well, wait. Me and Jeff go way
I used
back,
to
dude.
Actually, when John and I started, one of my first jokes was, "This is David Letterman as Darth Vader." I'm Dad. An old one.
Dude.
So
you would just, and John, you've been on my show before, haven't you? Dave, it's Dave Letterman. You've been on my show, haven't you?
Heffron has, yeah. Heffron's been on Letterman.
That's what I'm talking about. Johnny Heffron. Nice going. Good for you. Way to go.
I have I've been obsessed with trying to learn how to do just one impression. Right during quarantine, I've been watching videos. I'm like, I don't even know how people start. So I'm nasally. I sound a certain way. So there's a couple. So I'm trying to figure out what's in my. All in life I want to do is learn how to do Winnie the Pooh. That's literally. I sit around my house going, "Oh, Christopher Robin." Like I don't know how to do it. Like that and that.
Do some of it right now. Let's try to workshop it.
I only know how to say, "Oh, Christopher Robin." Oh, Piglet, it's her. I don't know. I don't even know how you start. So let's do that, Jeff. If somebody's listening, or we have everybody listening, everybody's got a good impression in them, I'm sure. So if I know this is a big, broad question, but how do you even start? How do you if you?
I think it starts with like a performance, maybe, like with Willem Dafoe. I never wanted to do Willem Dafoe. I never tried to do Willem Dafoe, but then I saw American Psycho when he was the detective, and he's just like, I just want to ask you a few questions. So and that's not the information I had. Remember when he said that? Remember Patrick Bateman was like, listen, I just want to help. I just want to help. So what do you do? Well, first we went to Drago's, then we went to the Iron Lake, then we went to Sheba's, and then Manny's. Don't you know all this? I just wanted to see if you knew. I don't know if that explains it.
I can watch this all freaking night, dude.
John, yeah. So, John, can you do Reep?
I got one impression, dude.
Huh?
Look, I can do impressions of people in my life, but no one knows them. But I could do one impression, and I did this on the Countryish podcast, and I'll do it now.
It's okay. There's crossover.
I think Jeff might like this.
Okay.
Please.
This is my impression of Jeff Foxworthy if he were really drunk and was trying to tell you a joke, and you didn't understand the words, but you still got the joke.
Okay.
Does that make any sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
Here
it is. That's it.
What do you think? I'm still stuck on now. It's all about me trying to learn. Probably everyone can do like the Cowardly Lion. That one seems easy.
Let's hear it.
I
don't want to drive you to the fuck.
That's good. One
Are you going to McDonald's?
Yeah, I like it. No, that's good.
That's
exhausting. It sounds like you're cold.
Yeah. So, Jeff, what's your favorite impression to do? I see. Like you just enjoy
I like
it.
to do Gary Busey.
Oh my God.
Gary Busey, like, you remember when he came out with that book, Buseyisms? Everything's a Buseyism. He's like,
yeah.
I just wrote a book called. Oh, what he goes? He goes, I just wrote a book called Buseyisms. Watch BOOK, Blast Ostrich Over Canada. It's a great book. I think you'll like it. IT, interspace tapeworm. See what I'm doing? I take a word that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Anything. A New York thing. Buy the book today. Today.
Yeah, I loved your Gary Busey. I loved your the Family Feud guy, Louis Anderson.
You guys ready to play the feud? You ever do that? You ever play the feud? Top 5 minutes on the bar. We serving hard time to main the time to show me water.
Hey, John, wait, Heffron, I got to say this first. Okay, Look, me and Jeff started around the same time at Charlie Goodnight's. It was so fun to sit back in the room and watch this guy figure stuff out and work on stuff. He was awesome. But one of my favorite first jokes.
Charlie Goodnights for New Year's this year.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, New Year's it would work because you're cold, and it sounds like you're just a cold person.
Okay. All right.
You guys but listen now. He had a thing. He would pull out his he pulled out this chapstick, and it was Gammaphobia. And I don't know if this is on the spur of the moment thing that he did, but I remember me and my buddy Mike Hauser, Booger, being in the back of the room just laughing at this fake commercial he did for Gammaphobia. You would do it in between things, I think. You'd pull it out and go, Gammaphobia.
Gammaphobia. Yeah, remember Jersey Dave? Jersey Dave, and I'd take all his root beer. He'd get all pissed off.
No, it wasn't his root beer. This was great. He had special bottles of Coke or Pepsi from when like Chapel Hill or Duke or NC State won the whole championship. Like it was a commemorative type of soda that he was keeping in the back of his fridge. And you're like, oh, and we got stoned. Like, oh, look at free soda. He's like, don't open that, man. You're like, come on, it's soda.
I had a friend that did that. I was at somebody's house and he was thirsty, and maybe we were at somebody's parents' house, and he opened up a can of Coke and was drinking it, and then the person came out and said, "Where'd you get that?" And it was some thing from the Lake Placid Olympics or something. So literally, this can of pop was 25 years old or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Jeff, tell everybody where they should follow you. Right now, we are going live on YouTube, Facebook, and I believe Twitter. But if there's anybody out there who needs, I'm telling you, if you follow Jeff Richards, you won't be disappointed. He's always putting out, and he uses a face filter. He does a lot of funny impressions. Tell us, Jeff, please, where can they follow you?
Oh, well, you can just go to thejeffrichardshow.com. Or my handles are The Jeff Richards.
You have a podcast?
Yeah. Started last week.
Sweet. Well, let me know when I can be a guest.
Of course.
So wait, John, I have a question about how you got Jeff on the pod. So you guys are friends, and you just lobbed out and said, "Hey, man, this other guy, we're doing a pod," and he just said yes. Is that how? Oh
no, look, Jeff. Me and Jeff. He was on the podcast when it was called Fried. I went to the old one I did with Sarah Tiana.
Yeah,
but I was like, and then I moved out of LA. We've kept in touch just with social media and stuff like that. I follow him on Instagram, and so when I went live on Instagram, like literally an hour ago, Jeff just popped up there. I was like, oh yeah, holy crap, let's do this tonight.
So I'm jealous because I will not name names, but I'm officially, you two maybe are the last two comics that I'm ever talking to, because I've reached out to quote unquote friends for 20, 30 years. right? And at some point you see comics podcasts and it's the same 6 people rotating between each podcast, right? And then you hear the same stories over and over, but it's everybody just spiderwebbing. So there are a couple people who I've been really close to, and the excuses I should read, that's maybe the thing. Instead of me getting guests, I'll read they won't say their names. I'll read the excuse of why they don't want to be on the show.
Yeah. Debbie Gibson. I know Debbie Gibson's one, right?
But how much do you? Okay, I'm going to read her thing. And is this? Wait, am I wrecking some type of code of context?
No, but I want to say this. We have another person, John. Hang on. We have another person waiting in the waiting room. Like I told you, I could get 2 guys. I got the Jeff Richards to come in, and everyone check out the Jeff Richards podcast, available anywhere you can get podcasts, or thejeffrichards.com. But I got another comedian that's just hanging out in the waiting room, dude.
Okay, so we're going over for a second. I see the light from the sound guy, but I want everyone to follow Jeff on Instagram, at least where I see him all the time. And I'm also assuming, Jeff, are you on Cameo? Do you do Cameo?
I am, but yeah.
You don't like it?
Not really. No.
Yeah, you seem like you would crush it, and you seem like somebody that has the talent that people would want you to do an impression to the thing. I'm on it because of COVID, and I hadn't seen a check in 5 months. So I completely hoard out and did it. And I've done, 20 of them at literally whatever I charge. I think it's like $8. But you seem like you would crush it if you're not on that. And we might as well plug it if you are. So boom. There you go.
Well, I think my price, $2,500, is not helping me.
That's the smarter way to do it, though, because that way you only feel dumb once, and then it's a big.
Well, yeah, and you only need one.
Yeah, and you're nut for the month's covered. That's a smart move.
Yeah,
we got to have business talk with Jeff Richards. Maybe that's a new segment, Reep.
Oh, yeah. And then I want you to learn how to do, at some point, you got to get down the cowardly lion. Right now, it still sounds like a cold guy and Winnie the Pooh.
So, Jeff, can you assign me and Reep an impression that you think, because you hear my nasally voice. I don't know if you find like somebody who's in your register. Like I used to sound like Wyatt from Weird Science, but that's too.
No, you sound like Chet. No, you do. No, you're right. Wyatt.
Yeah. So, Jeff, could you give me and John a homework assignment? And then for the next podcast, we have to do an impression. But don't make it different.
This is what I think.
Okay.
John, I think you do the cowardly lion doing an impression of Gary from Weird Science.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
See what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
So that's yours. Then John, you should do. Let's see. Maybe like.
Wait, Jeff, you used to do an impression of me.
Wait, what?
I'm Jon Reep. Does that thing have a hammer? I believe it does.
That's not bad. Yeah. Well, your internet's something's a little wonky.
Miami Dolphins.
Look, Jeff, we got to let you go, man, because the internet's all laggy and stuff. But let's do this again.
Jeff, it was great to see you.
Thanks, guys.
I'll see you online.
I love you, Jeff.
Bro.
All right. Be well, guys. Thanks.
Okay, John, his internet was starting to lag a little bit. And we have another person in the waiting room, I believe. Is the Alan Jackson still around?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. You want me to bring him in?
Let me talk to Heffron first. John, you look like you're feverishly doing something. Can you talk to me, John? Is John Heffron still here?
Yeah, I was looking up weird science movie quotes.
Okay. Well, we have another person in the waiting room. Would you like to talk to them instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's bring him in. Hey,
boys.
Reno!
What's going on, man?
Man, I've not talked to you. I'm going to put my phone down and be present because I've been told in my life that I am not. How are you, Reno? I haven't seen you in it's been a minute.
I was thinking about that today. It wasn't Las Vegas, was it? I've seen you since then.
Heffron doesn't remember where he was 2 weeks ago.
It's been years probably.
Like 10. Like we were.
Yeah, like we worked together at Harrah's.
Oh yeah. And who remembers those nights?
I know, right?
Yeah.
And then there was somewhere else I ran into you. I don't know, man. But anyway, it's good to see you, dude.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too, man.
It's good to see you. I like your backdrop. Is it just like a curtain? Is that
I'm just in the dining room. Yeah, it's just it looks like a morgue. But yeah, it's a curtain. I still can't get my head right in this stupid thing. Yeah, it's a curtain. Whatever. My wife calls it. Hey, honey, what are these things? Are they curtains?
Drapes.
How would you even know what's the difference between curtains and
there isn't any?
Is it the same?
It's how bad you got screwed when you bought them, probably.
Drapes seem more expensive than curtains.
Yeah.
When I hear curtains, I feel like, oh, it's over. Oh, it's curtains for that guy. Like it's a bad thing. You hear drapes, you go like, oh yeah, it's nice. It flows. It reminds me of grapes.
Yeah, because it's not you don't ever really do a show and go, okay, then the host is going to introduce you, and then you walk out between the drapes.
Yeah,
it's always like show business has curtains.
Yeah,
right?
Drapes. I honestly I don't know.
John Heffron, me and Reno, we've been talking, dude. We're like buddies, man. He was on Country-ish, and since then, yeah, John, I do another podcast, okay? I do one without you.
Yeah.
All right?
I tried doing one without you, but I just can't quit you, Jon Reep.
Well, me and Reno, we're like, at the end of it, we're like, dude, we should do something. And we're like, yeah, let's do something. And then all of a sudden it snowballed into something, didn't it, Reno?
Yeah. Now all of a sudden, yeah. Well, it started as just one little show, and then I think we're going to do a bunch of them.
Yeah. But Reno did it all. All I said was, yeah. And then I don't know who you talked to, but some guy who's booking tiny theaters or something.
Yeah, in the Southeast. And they're like off-market towns. They're just smaller towns that have these little theaters that don't get shows, right? That's the way it was explained to me, and I was like, yeah, man, they're like 700 seats, and let's go.
Yeah.
And you guys are performing live at them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was busy, so it's cool.
Yeah.
You want to come?
No, he said Southeast, John. You're up there in the northeast corner.
Actually, our rule was we had to drive, and it couldn't be longer than 5 hours.
Right.
When do you guys start doing these?
December.
Well, we don't have one 100% confirmed yet.
Yeah, we have one.
We have one? When is it?
In Walhalla at the Performing Arts Center out in Greenville, South Carolina.
All right, John.
You said 5 hours.
Yeah.
So we're staying we're like the worst people. Like, hey, we got you. They were like Key West, and we're like, no. You don't want to go to Key West. No. But I will go to the Walhalla Performing Arts Center in Greenville.
Right. We both said, because Reno brought it up to me today. I think I was talking to you today or yesterday. You said, what do you think about Key West? Like you said it almost like, please say no. And I went like, no.
No, we're not going there.
I'm not going to Key West. I mean, I love Key West.
I'm impressed that you guys are actually doing that. I've had ideas to do, and I've reached out to all my people for 15, 20 years saying I want to do these little rooms that seat 500 and I just blow in, I do one show, and then I go to the next one. And now that I'm in Michigan, I wanted to go up down the coast and just kind of do the Bob Marley approach.
Yeah.
Which is a genius. For those who don't know, Bob Marley, unbelievably hilarious. He's
not the Jamaican.
Yeah.
Right. This is a white kid from Maine.
yeah.
Right.
He does these theaters just kind of wherever he lives, and he's just a family guy and wants to be home with his family. He goes out, he does these theaters. He's done in 2 months, and then I think that's his plan. But everybody that I've ever tried to get it going with, it's just I don't know, lazy, and it can never get done. So the fact that you guys have one, I'm very, very impressed.
Look, it started with a random "let's do something," and then Reno, he made it happen. So John, you just got to make it happen. I'm a yes man. I'll say yes, and then I'll back out, and then I'll say yes again.
Very, very impressed. Did you guys have let's go behind the baseball? What's it called? You both are on Pandora, by the way.
Sure.
Okay. Those are anybody listening right now, by the way. How about this? If next time you're on Pandora or Spotify, create a Reno Collier, create a Jon Reep and it's on Heffron station. And then anytime you hear us on those stations, give a thumbs up. That's I was at Pandora and I saw the analytics. They showed me exactly how Pandora works. So getting thumbs up on your track throws that track into another pool of people listening. And the more thumbs up you get, the more your shit gets played. And
really?
If you guys sign up for now, this is everybody listening could care less about this, but I'm going to tell everybody. All right, Benjamin, I was saying Reep and Reno. Yeah, that sounds better than Heffron and Reep. Let's not yet. All right, let's not, and then people will have to debate. No, I like the Reno years better than the Heffron years. But if you go to Pandora, you guys can moneyball it, and now I'm managing you guys. Listen, guys, I got it all figured out, right? I'm a star, right? Just got to dress the same. I'm gonna boy band you. I'm gonna do that guy.
I want to be edgy.
Yeah. I'm gonna be that Hal Perlman guy.
Out of prison.
You guys can go there and literally see what cities your albums or your tracks are played the most in, and build a little tour around that. Nobody who handles anybody gets that smart and does that money ball, because everybody is a phone call in. Nobody's hustling a phone call out. I don't know. I'm talking like that.
I hustled for us to get this show. This promoter called me and goes, "Hey Reno, do you want to come do this?" And I said, "What if I do it with Jon Reep too?" And he goes, "Okay." that was the extent of my work. But I put it in. I made the effort.
Listen,
I saw an opportunity.
Yeah, someone had to call you. You had to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you had to go, what about that's 5 words.
Yeah.
So that's something, man. That's putting the work in.
Well, a lot of people just sit back and don't do anything. Right. I'm going to go get her, man.
I'm totally I don't answer the phone call half the time. I won't even answer the phone.
Know what I got recently? You guys are a thing, right? So we've all been in the same boat. You're taking weeks here or there, then you got to weigh. Well, am I going to get Reep already has had COVID, Reno, so he's kind of a little fearless, right? He's going to show up at the Toledo Funny Bone without a mask. However,
I was there like a month and a half ago.
I was just there last week.
It was great, wasn't it?
I got in a fight with a guy because he wanted to take a picture, and then he told me to take my fucking mask off.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. You guys have a fun time. Seems fun.
Wait, Reno, how long ago were you there?
Like a month and a half.
You were one of the first guys, because I asked him how long have you guys been open, and he said it was you, and then it was busy and it was super fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. That place, all the video games from when we were younger and I had a blast. But I don't talk to people after as much. I'll talk to them, but I don't want to hug them, and like normally I hug everybody.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like, I don't want them to feel weird or me to feel weird. I didn't even sell merch because just touching and handing and the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I have books. I wrote a spy book, and I was very proud of it. And I'll never sell any live because I don't know how to do that. Here's the book. Let me touch your money. I don't know. I don't know how to.
You guys got the wrong merch, dude. You got to get a ginger beard mask as your merch, and then you have to sell it, and it's timely. See.
Reno, have you been? So you did that in Toledo. How have you felt shows going? Are you doing? How am I even ask this? Do you do COVID stuff? So
no.
That I thought, hey, I'm going to do this COVID. You see the MC in the feature doing something similar. So it's a weird thing that we all just experienced this thing together, but yet everybody's going to be.
Yeah, I didn't write COVID jokes. I wrote jokes about not being able to leave the house.
Okay.
So, but there's even that's out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, everyone's been doing the same shit.
Hey, Reno,
so it's like,
yeah, can I go in front of you? Can I do my not leaving the house bit before you do? You're not leaving the house bit. How long when this all happened, and I'm fascinated with this, right? And I said this when I was on stage this week. I've done comedy for 30 years, probably traveled 30 weeks of that 30 years pretty consistently. My parents were divorced, so I was physically getting up and moving and going someplace else since I was 2.
Yeah.
I was literally physically, there was a day of being where you were, and then there was a day of, well, I got to start packing because I'm leaving.
Yeah, going to dad's.
So when you knew everything was kind of shut down, when you were getting those phone calls probably from your peeps going, yeah, so anything in March, February,
gone.
It's 000. That corporate big thing you were hoping that's gone. Were you writing or going, I'm going to use this time to work on my thing, or did you just take a breath and reset and go, fuck it, nobody's calling me, and I'm just going to sit here? I just want to feel less guilty.
Okay, here's what I did. I couldn't get unemployment. It just, you know how it is. You have different things, and it's going to look weird. And by the time this all flushes out, so I had already tried to do a TV show for HGTV that was for their that group of companies or whatever. That was a construction show. Well, they were like, hey, but right before COVID started, they were like, show us what you've done and what you've. Well, I haven't worked construction since I was 18 years old. I was like, I was like taking pictures of myself in the attic with a hammer. Nobody uses a hammer. Like it's so stupid. So they were like, pass, we're out. Right.
Right.
So this hits, I couldn't get unemployment. And one of my buddies is a contractor here. And I was like, he goes, dude, I need like the real estate's going berserk. He's like, if you want to come work and you can videotape yourself doing it. So I was like, all right. I'm going to eat it financially anyway, right? Yeah. I might as well go and work and take advantage of this time and make these videos and take pictures of before and after. So if we go back, I can go, okay, here's what I did. Here's what I have. What's come out of it is a ton of material about being a comedian for 25 years and then thrown right into working construction. Because that is...
Yeah,
that in and of itself is a world turned upside down.
100%. Reno, I can't imagine. When you're a comedian, you're basically self-employed. And how many years have you been self-employed? I mean, over 25, all of it, right?
Yeah.
So, and now all of a sudden, you got a guy telling you, go get that nail and bring it back over here.
It's not for me. It's my buddy that owns the company.
Okay.
So I didn't just start off with a bunch of kids who are 19, like, hey, fat ass, you bring the Bobcat around here. It's not like that.
I'm just saying, I
really
couldn't.
Just trying to hide. Like they're trying to find somewhere to smoke. They think I'm like the cops because my friend owns the company. So like they come out of the porta potty and they're like, yeah, this makes it not stink in there. And I'm like, dude, I don't don't care. I've been a comedian for 25 years. I'm not a cop.
That's funny. Oh, it's funny. Kids are trying to hide stuff from you.
From me. Yeah. It's like when my kid won the DARE award. My kid won the DARE award. Everybody in the school, he goes to Catholic school. Every parent's head's like, What happened? Did he donate money to the school or something? I'm like, yay! That's my boy.
How weird was it for you then during that? So what was the biggest chunk of time where you didn't do stand up? Like mine was what, January, February, March. Mine was like the first week of March, and then I don't think I performed again till July. I could be off, but what was your long?
It was
couple months.
July. Yeah, 4.
Yeah,
4 months.
How did that feel? Because obviously there's a lot of negative things. We all have friends that were servers or own comedy clubs or comedy clubs that went out of business or whatever. Did you like doing the construction job, and then when you were done, you were done?
Yeah, I loved it. I love it. I'm still doing it now. I'm going on the road on the weekends, Monday through Thursday. I'm still doing it. Dude, my brain, I can't sleep because my brain spins out. This will knock all that out of you, man. I mean, to the point where at least like at the end of the night, it's not like when we get off stage and we go back to go to the bar, go to the hotel, and you're laying there and your brain's just freaking wigging out. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm like busting my ass until 4. I don't get there until 8:30, but I mean, till 4 o'clock. By the end of the day, I told my wife, I'm like, if I could really make money at this I might do this.
Yeah.
Like it really, but what it did was I got a lot out of stopping. I was in one of those ruts writing wise where I was just kind of, I can throw that out there. And I haven't done that joke for 5 years and stuff like that. And I was kind of coasting a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was a great smack in the face. Like, dude, everything's gone. So like at the beginning of this, I had these chunks that I'd already done on specials. And I was like, gone. Cause I was still doing stuff.
Sure.
That I was already on an album. And I shouldn't be doing that. I got lazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm the worst. When I write, I do this. I do this thing called stacking. So if I do a bit about, I went to a restaurant and I saw this couple fight, right? Then how I write is I don't get rid of that story. Now I'm at the restaurant, see a couple fight, and then this other couple comes in, and then this thing happens. And then on the way leaving the restaurant, this thing happens. So it's like a totem pole.
Yeah.
So I always do. I see online, and we know the guys are like, I don't repeat anything, man. Beginning of the year, it's all brand new.
Yeah.
And then you go, that's why your act sucks. You're pissed for 7 months. So
I can talk for 50 minutes.
I enjoy
Right.
But it's but it is a kind of a weird mind frame of just letting go and not thinking about. I was the same way. I was going through the motion. And listen, I've kicked it back into some greatest hits because when you haven't performed in 5 months, getting on stage,
you got to in the beginning.
So what's with all the no toilet paper? And then you just do something until you get in. But it's been a weird.
Well, I can add to this because when I went to Tampa for the first time after COVID and hadn't performed in months, scared to death, didn't know how it was going to go, forgot my own bits, forgot the names of the bits. Like that scared me. Like I remember being in the green room going like okay, I got this. Let me just write out the bits. And I go like, oh, what did I call that? I don't know what I called that. So, but I did by the end of the weekend. To Reno's point, like it's a good having that time off was great because once I got by the end of the weekend, I had like 20 minutes of stuff that I just been sitting on thinking about. That after I got comfortable with the crowd, came out and was like, oh wow, I'm better at this than I thought. In terms of trusting myself. I was so worried, oh man, it's going to be from starting over as a kid again.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's like, okay, well, I've been doing this a long time. That muscle memory will kick in. I know it's going to, and it kicked in and I was happy. So you're right. I got like probably when I go back out there full time, I'm probably going to at least get like 30, 40 brand new crap. And I'm looking forward to that. Now you got to put the greatest hits in there because,
I'm a purist. Like there's a lot of comics that would argue against us, and you know what? There are shows at Largo that can do that all day long. If you're doing, you know what I mean? If you're I'm a road top.
Right.
It's different, and I'm not in the cool kids camp of comedy. And
we're not trying to get our 7 minutes on Carson.
Right.
Yeah, or just
I peaked years ago. Are you kidding me?
I'm done.
I had a show. Yeah.
Here's the deal, right?
We're all done. I like construction.
Yeah. Like Reno, I don't know how old you are, John. I know your age, and you know, I'm the big 50. Here's what I figured, fellas. We have the next, let's say 6 years might be the heaviest lifting, and then we're full on almost senior citizens, and we just do all those senior citizen shows. And guess what? They're going to be our age. There's no more talking to a 19-year-old that wants you to do a bit about a funny text you got from somebody.
Yeah.
Pull out your phone and you do all that. All these young kids, they can have their smarminess. You know,
and we'll get a free round of golf after the show too. Gated community,
but having
cruise in, pick up some herpes and a couple of Titleist. And I'm at the Jimmy Buffett Resort in Florida,
dude. I'll be like, hey, Reno, are you holding what? Some of those Viagra's, dude.
Yeah, man, I'm rock hard right now.
You got them blue ones, you got the yellow ones. What you got?
They gotta have Viagra gummies at this point, don't they?
You'd think so.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. But they got it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Has Reno so having to do a day's worth of work and then when you go off and do comedy, doesn't it make doing stand-up funner in the sense of I don't even know how to say this. I got lazy because I've done comedy for 30 years. So I got lazy in a sense of even after Last Comic, when I was traveling every other day doing stuff, I really wasn't working. I mean, you're working, but you realize how much time you wasted and how much I bought an old house in Michigan, like this old farmhouse is like 200 years old. By the way, you want to help me hang cabinets? Come this week.
Would.
We'll do a show.
I'm going to be at the Comedy Castle. Oh, that's not till January.
Yeah,
that's by you though, right?
I'm there in November. But yeah, I bought this house is 200 years old.
That's awesome, man.
I don't know how to do anything. I fixed the belts on my washing machine. Now this sounds right. That's the easiest, the most easy, like the easiest thing you can do in the world. No. I watched a YouTube video. I bought the belt. I got it. I put it around. I go, there's no way this thing works. And I fixed it. But this was a big John Heffron becoming an adult. John Heffron pre-COVID, I just would have used some Amex points and bought new shit.
Right.
Brand new one. And went, okay, this one, I want a cool looking silver one with that cool window. Not the one that looks like it's at a laundromat. And you got to put the change in and go chunk chunk and your tie box comes out.
Right.
And it feels good to actually like do stuff, even though I haven't. And if you're watching this and you know me, you kind of know that I'm lying.
No, I know you fixed the lawnmower, John.
I fixed a lawnmower.
See, I can't do that. I don't know anything about engines at all.
Even I have cabinets. So if
that I could do. I could do the cabinets, no problem. But like, I know how to change oil and put gas in it and an air filter. Other than that, I can't. When people are like, "Oh, take the carburetor out," I'm like, man.
Yeah,
You mean take my thumb off the side or? Never mind. I didn't mean that. Right.
Yeah.
What you do is you could do like you go perform, but you're also like this, not a handy like I
can fix the roof at the comedy club.
yeah. How about this? The next in February, March of next year, hopefully when the world's back, I want to walk into a green room and I want to see it like really trimmed out nice.
Yeah, some
And-
shoe
and
mold.
and they'll be
brown
like,
molding.
fucking Reno was here,
Yeah,
right?
guys.
Like
Yeah.
you know, every time I perform and the mic stand is sideways and it doesn't stay, and it's Tony Adams was there 2 weeks before me, right? And
Right.
smashed it and did his thing. I love Warren Edemy, but he smashed it. You can always tell what comic was there.
Oh,
by
yeah.
everything, if the microphone. So I want to come see it nicely. Maybe some shiplap. Go. Oh, Reno was here. He put like some subway tile in this. Yeah, that should.
I
be
would do it in a heartbeat. Honest to God, just so the whole day I wasn't sitting in the hotel like, just to get in there. And at this point right now, I would do it. I'd go fix a comedy club. I'd film the shit out of it too. Like I would just go. It'd be like bar rescue, but it's like I go in the morning, gut the thing.
This is great,
and do a show at the end of the night.
Well, how about this, Reno? Okay, I'm jumping on
Wait,
your guy.
I want you guys to build a brand new club, dude. Build a brand new one in the middle of all of us, like Field of Dreams, like build it and they will come. Let's build our own stupid comedy club. We'll design it the way we want.
Here's what
you guys could do that, right? I'll sit back and wait.
Yeah. I'll do 20, and you guys good luck with the load in and load out. We do pop-up. I'm not even trying to jump onto this train. You guys do pop-up show. Every place is out of business now. Every storefront is for lease, and there's nothing going on. So, Reno, you get there the night before, and you build out a comedy club. The stage looks different every time. We have 24 hours to create a pop-up comedy club that looks legit, and you build it, you film it, and then we do the show in all these little towns.
Dude, I think that'd be awesome.
Every little town has a storefront that's in their home thing that's just for lease. We need it for 2 days.
Wow.
Or we find a restaurant that's struggling during all this.
We just build a stage
and go in, build the stage, set them up. They can keep the stage. They can keep whatever they want. And we just get a rush of people to come back and they can eat outside. We could do this. That'd be great.
We could get it sponsored like a Lowe's.
Lowe's.
We just say Lowell.
Lowe's. It's Lowe's. Like Lowe's?
I've never seen Lowe's right.
Or that Home Depot thing?
Yeah. I say Lowe's wrong. I say Etsy, ST.
Etsy.
I can't. Okay.
Etsy.
I went to summer school.
Can you say Pinterest?
The smartest guy in the world. We build out. It's a pop-up. I
love it.
Wow. I like it.
We just build stages, and we can have like a work truck. Look at on this all of a sudden. And we have tools. We get it sponsored by a tool company, and we just show people. And we're kind of like who are like Jehovah's Witnesses, where everyone shows up to help us.
No, Amish. The Amish. Jehovah's Witness, people try to make them go away.
Yeah, people people don't open the door for them. Yeah.
The Amish, they have like a barn raising and the whole town comes up and we pop up this huge stage and then we have surprise guests who come out and do a show and it all goes to a charity or whatever place we want to pick.
Stage, and then people can break down that stage or they could use it and do whatever.
We could torch it at the end. We could have like a humongous bonfire and then have a blowout party where people come from all over at the end of the night. We just cook it.
That's awesome, dude.
Fireworks, boom, and we're like, see you next year, motherfucker.
Yeah, we have a bonfire. Where we burn the set.
We burn it down.
Yeah. For charity. I love it.
And then we take off, like we gas it and it explodes and then we just fly off in bobcats.
Yes. Oh, man. You film that whole thing. That would be amazing.
And I know I'm going to go on Instagram. And Bert Kreischer's already done 7 episodes of this, probably.
Yeah.
We just created it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, real quick, because I don't want to ignore the people that are watching us live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. And because I see my name in the comments, someone says, "What happened to Jon Reep's Patreon?" The Alan Jackson. Do you want to address this real quick, or is it too many people on the screen? Let's get the Alan Jackson in here. Here he is.
We've never had 4 at one time.
Now we got 4.
Do this.
Let Alan talk.
Oh yeah, so Patreon, John's Patreon is Countryish Podcast Patreon. You got to go search for Countryish on Patreon, but that's how you give to John's Patreon.
No, what don't we have one for Heffron and Reep too?
Right, but he was asking about John Reep's Patreon.
Oh,
but we got one for Heffron and Reep, so we got both. Yeah.
Okay, everybody, I'm hearing about John Reep's Patreon.
Tell them to go to Heffron and Reep.
That Reno and John's going on. You don't have to hear everybody. I can hear it.
Hey, Alan, can you drop out Heffron so I can just talk to Reno real quick? Hey, Reno, John Heffron is in a barn right now.
Are you?
Yeah, look at that shit. He's got a tractor behind him, and he's outside, and you can see his breath. It's so cold.
See?
My man, see, dude, that's work.
Hey, how about this? If there's anybody listening, I'm jumping on. So if anybody is listening or you're on Facebook, if you have an indoor place, will we fit 100 people?
Yeah.
What do we need? 100 people, you think we could write
Yes,
at?
if they can hold 220, we could put 100 in there.
Yeah, but I wonder what some of the laws were. If we find just,
you know what we can do? Dude, you can do circles. That's what they're doing for concerts, where you buy a circle and your group stays at one table inside the circle and everybody's 6 feet away outside.
Could we do it? I can't show you the stuff in here, but this barn could hold 40 people easy. So
we could do it.
If anybody out there has a barn, you have to sell for us, by the way. You have to sell 100 tickets for us.
Why don't we make the ticket price so crazy that only 40 people will buy it?
Yeah, we'd have to. This would be a special thing. We're not talking just a comedy club with the word chuckles in it type thing. We're high-ending it here. Yeah. We have Reno doing some awesome work, and what he could do is the stage that he gets, we can give to people for their Zoom meetings or whatever that they have. So they'll be able to leave with this stuff. So we'll charge our ticket to be $55.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we could give, if we build the stage nice enough, a lot of places have parks and stuff like that. My kids, there's a playground that they used to play at when they were little that it looks like a stage that's in the playground. And the kids get up and dance and sing and stand out there and jump around before they go get on the pirate ship. So we could donate it to that, or we literally could catch it on fire. Like whatever the people that buy the $50 tickets want to do, and we can torch it. It's your idea. You want to give it to the
our own Burning Man. It's our own
bonfire Burning Man. You could actually sell extra tickets to just the bonfire. Maybe you don't want to see us perform at all. You just want to go to a bonfire.
You just want to catch us on fire.
Sure. Let's do it. Guys, I like this idea. We need to work on this.
Plus, we can redo the inside of the restaurant. If it's in a restaurant or a bar and you had something you had to have fixed, come in and knock that out too. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Yeah. I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
I'll fix the damn bar.
Reno, you got any gigs you want to coming up before January?
Yeah, I'm going to Charlie Goodnight's November 5th through the 7th.
Okay.
And then I'm going to the Grove in Arkansas.
Where in Arkansas is the Grove?
It's northwest Arkansas. Dude, it is.
Is it Little Rock?
Fantastic. No, it's up in the northwest, up by Fayetteville and all that.
Okay.
It's where Walmart is, where Walmart started.
Oh, okay.
All right. That little town. First of all, it's a freaking blast. The club is fantastic. Honest to God, dude, both you guys should be going there. It's packed.
Can you make a phone call for me?
I'd love to.
He's going to get things done.
Reno will get it done.
I can do it, buddy. You will be booked there tonight. Send me your avails. You too, Reep. I'll have both of you doing shows at the fucking Walmart.
How long would it take us to build a stage? If we went into just a square building.
Do we already have everything?
I think it's the only crappy part. It's winter, so traveling might be tough. But there's no way. I know salespeople.
Let me tell you something else, dude. It's really hard to get lumber and stuff right now. Lumber prices have gone through the roof.
What about asbestos?
Asbestos, we can do that.
We'll have the stage
with lead paint.
Yeah.
Brought to you by PETA. Come check us out.
Yeah, with 4 pills. So lumber's tough.
It's tough, yeah. So it's expensive, but we could figure that out.
Grab
If
those
somebody
curtains
had,
behind you. Would your wife know if you got those drapes or curtains?
yeah, we could bring the drapes.
Just
Yeah,
bring them.
we could take whatever you want out of here. You want some china?
Yeah, look at all that.
Yeah. This house, I
That's
didn't decorate
nice,
this place.
dude. You got
This
a
is
nice china set.
Yeah, dude, this is like Liberace lives here. My wife, we're moving. We're getting another house, so
Liberace lives here.
Yeah.
Without showing more of your house, that china, can you? I don't want you to reveal your thing, but can you go back to that china? The china thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Blair Witch.
My stepdad was in the FBI, so that's his stuff.
I like that.
And there's my
Look at the
grandpa's
glass,
coffee
the
cup.
stemware. No, I saw some glass. Oh,
hey, look how that's stacked.
this is
Hey,
nice.
It's
like Poltergeist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a little bit tipsy and
My wife went through the
fallen
ceiling
in
right
that?
there.
Wait, what?
From the attic.
She fell through the attic.
We had a few glasses of wine at Christmas, and she went up to get some stuff, and she had just had this place gutted, and her foot came down through the dining room. So yeah.
So what'd you do?
I told her to stay up there because I knew if she saw it, she'd completely lose her shit. So I brought her wine up in the attic and gave her a bottle of wine, and I came down and cleaned it up and got all the drywall and everything out.
But
and
you
tried
saw
to get it up as hard as I could.
How long did that take?
Dude,
She was up there for 2
hours.
weeks.
It was like 2 hours. No, it wasn't fixed. It was taped enough to hold the big piece of drywall but her foot, it was like Christmas Vacation. Like it's like dank.
So her
And
foot was her foot was just hanging from the wall.
Yeah, out of it.
Hey
Okay.
guys, I have to read this comment we got. This is great,
I
John.
got super dirty right here. There's a genre. Sorry, there's a genre of adult film
Yeah.
that has to do with that scenario.
Somebody's
Oh,
foot coming
stuck
through the
porn.
ceiling?
No, it's called stuck porn. Yeah,
Oh, so it's not the construction angle. It's the it's the,
the fact that someone is stuck,
It's stuck
and they
porn.
can't get out, and then the guy walks up and goes, "Well,
And then
hey."
you go up there, and then
while they're stuck there. Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, it's rape.
it's usually like a wife who's trying to put in a garbage disposal or her
Oh, you're
hand,
allowed to do that, but I got you. Okay.
Yeah,
You didn't say she was
obviously.
working.
but it's a whole genre. Yeah.
Speaking of John,
All right.
Russ, hey, listen, guys. Michael Enderly says, I got $100 cash right now for tickets, and I helped set up. I'm pretty sure I could get Crankshaft or Alex Larson, blues musician, and a fellow Corey Adam to come on out for my 4-wheel drive. Okay, so this guy wants to help us build a stage.
It was to help build it.
Yeah.
All right.
But I think the move, fellas, is you fix up something. You know what?
We could do it in a dog park and build like a really cool people are outside. Are we doing this before COVID ends or after?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so if it was now, it would be tough. So I guess we
Let's
have to
wait till let's get it like in the first quarter of 2021. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? How about for $5,000 a piece? Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
We show up at people's houses and we do fort comedy where we build a fort with cushions and their kitchen table. We throw a sheet over it. We make a cool fort, and then we each do 20 minutes in the people's fort that they built in their house.
They built. I'm
And-
into that. And we'll also do landscaping.
And then we'll fix if you got like a cabinet that's thing, but it's $5,000 a piece. So for
Yeah.
15
But
grand.
we're not shaking hands. We're not doing meet and greets. Oh no,
Yeah,
this is
well.
after COVID. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
this
after
is-
COVID.
No, I would do a fort show.
I will come to your house and you can give me COVID for $25,000. I'll roll the dice. But for
Yeah.
25 grand, I will do my entire teaching monkey bit, and then you give me COVID and I leave.
Actually, then Reno will walk around your house and destructure stuff. Like
Yeah, then I'll just start ripping shit apart.
and that
This is
way-
all wrong.
And then
I don't do any building. All I do is demo. Like
Yeah.
I will come in and trash your house.
yeah.
Actually pick somebody else's house. I will go to somebody's house and trash their house for $25,000, and I'll beat them. that
my
cool?
God.
Anybody?
Guys, we've been going really long, John.
Okay. Yeah, we were gonna nail it down and be shorter.
Yeah, but we've this is the longest podcast we've had.
I gotta say, I've had a blast. I
Yeah.
haven't seen John. I haven't seen you in forever. And Reep, we talked, but I love seeing you guys. The guys that are our age, you know, I turned 50 this year, and I know you're younger, John, but Heffron, you and I are.
I'm 48, but I'm only a year and a half behind you guys.
Yeah. But I mean, when I see guys like you guys, I get excited. Like I'm like, fine, I can say whatever I want to these two guys, and they understand where we came from and that we used to be allowed to, and they're not gonna be like, I'm calling or whatever. I get like a good feeling. It's almost like when I see my friends from high school or college, and I'm like, oh, I love that dude. It's just like that. I love it.
I think there's something in our stage building thing. Even though, by the way, Reno, this is all on you. Me and John know how to do nothing.
That's okay.
So
I'll take care of it.
We'll be like the managers, or we'll spot check you. We'll just kind of
no. You'll go get lunch and shit.
We'll be runners.
No, I'll do some stuff. You just tell me what it is. Give me an assignment. I could do it. I could figure
Building
stuff
a
out.
stage, you can use a shovel, so you can dig the footers. You can mix water and concrete. I mean, you could do a lot of stuff.
Man,
there's a lot you could do.
Now I'm like happy and excited. Now I'm getting pissed off because I'm going to dig a damn hole.
I'll bring somebody else. They'll do it, but we'll film you doing it.
Oh,
we're good.
Yeah, we'll
just
do
for
it.
some shots.
Don't tell anybody.
Just for get some B-roll.
Yeah.
All right, people, everybody listening, please think about the $15,000 fort show.
I love that idea, dude. And if I did that, you think of how cool if you paid for that, how cool a fort you'd build for somebody.
If you had $15,000 to give away to 3 comedians to do an hour and a half of comedy and then leave, and you think of the house that they would have in order, we could have the best fort probably.
You know what though, dude? If it was me that did it, I'd be like, I'm gonna pay $15,000. I'm gonna terrorize these 3 assholes for an hour and a half.
It'll be like
that's what I'm worried about.
Hey, catch this M80 in your mouth, Jack.
It'll be like the movie Saw. We're gonna be tied up in somebody's basement. Going,
yeah, you said you could fix a lawnmower. Get in the garage, mother.
I'm from Hickory.
I don't want to be called.
Oh man, this has been a fun episode. What are we gonna call this episode? Because Jeff Richards was on here before you, Reno.
Dude,
you know
I wanted to talk to him. He's another one I haven't seen in forever, man.
Yeah, I mean, Reno was out there in L.A. when I first got out there, and then we all
I
stayed
lived right above Jeff.
Yeah, we all stayed the same. I mean, I slept on the floor and the couch there at Jeff's place, while you were staying just one room above us, pretty much, with a bunch of other comedians. That was what was the name of that place?
Palm Royal?
Yeah, in Studio City.
Yeah. There was nothing.
Hey, John Reep, what shoes are you wearing right now? Let me see your shoes.
Who wants to know? Why you ask? You want to take bets? You want to guess? Let's make a game out of it. Reno, what kind of shoes am I wearing?
Nike Legends.
I'm gonna go, man. John's pretty relaxed. It's too cold for flip-flops, and I don't see you in Crocs, so I'm going to go slip-on Chuck Taylors.
Whoa. Heffron's the closest one. They're called Hey Dudes.
Oh, those hurt my ankles. I like those.
Huh.
Very, very comfortable. You know, I don't normally show my feet on the podcast, so I like to be comfortable.
I was just going to. How do I even?
What? I don't know why we're doing this.
Yeah. Don't CNN me, man. Did you see where that dude pulled his wiener out in the Zoom?
No.
Yeah. On CNN.
Okay. What is this? Some sort of work boot hybrid shoe?
Yeah, John, they're called steel toe boots. That's what us farmers wear.
Never heard of such a thing. Why would you have steel toes? No, I used to have a pair of those.
You don't realize how inflexible.
Well, now we got to find out what Reno's wearing.
I don't have any shoes on.
Oh, let's see your foot, though. People love this.
Let me see your ingrown. Do you have an ingrown toenail?
No. I have dirt on the bottom though. I went to the garage to get Diet Coke.
Yeah. Hey, Reno, you should go back and look at an old episode of Heffron and Reep. Or I mean, I don't know if I want you to do this again, Heffron. John's got
I'm sorry.
ingrown toenails.
Construction. I'm sorry.
Carhartt.
Oh man, dude, you went full in, didn't you, Heff?
He's freezing his ass off, man.
Hey, Reno, you know what's funny? It's like this, me and Heffron do this podcast. He's the guy from Michigan, Detroit City Slicker. I'm the hick from Hickory. Yet he's the one in a barn right now where still, you know what I mean? He's got ingrown toes and a freaking baby tooth he just got pulled out.
Yeah, I get it, right? Yeah, it's gone. I'm going to crush it. Hey,
Dude had a baby tooth.
You had a baby tooth still?
Yeah, I don't know
Let me
what
see.
That yellow looking thing.
Yeah. And I don't know if I should get like a thing put in or do I just hick it out and
Hick it out, dude. You already got the boots and the shirt on.
Right now, I'm gonna start dipping
Yeah.
on. I don't even know what teeth I have.
Put like a chiclet in it.
Let's do it on the podcast. Let's do it live next episode.
What? Knock my tooth
Pull
out?
your tooth on the podcast.
It's already out, right?
No, it needs to go because yeah.
It's like Castaway.
No, I'm sorry. He had a root canal and talked about getting the baby tooth pulled. It's still in there. That little yellow looking brown tooth is a baby tooth. It never
Dude,
fell
dentist
out.
stuff, that's the worst, man. Teeth, like when you break, have you ever broken one?
I was at Columbus Milk Duds at the movie theater there, and I felt like a pull. Like I ate a big wad of Milk Dud, and I felt a pull, and when I yanked it, I had a half a tooth in duds. So my parents are right. My teeth did fall out. Alan, do you have a picture of my toe? Still, we uploaded it. I'm gonna show Reno, and then next week, John.
Oh my God,
you're kind of wet too.
Yeah,
were you in the pool?
I'm pretty sure those are that's diabetes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have diabetes.
Dude, your toe has Peyronie's disease.
Yeah, they're kind of gross.
Like the curvature of a penis.
Hair. Okay, we're done, Alan. We've seen it. Reno saw it. Yeah. All right, fellas.
All right, good times. Let's wrap this up, Heffron.
All right. Go to all the things that pop up, whatever Alan's gonna put up, the Patreon and the subscribe. What else? Should we try to get a guest for next? Reno, you weren't here earlier, Reno. The reason we're here is I reached out to some people to get them as guests, and
I'm laughing at the comment that Carrie Clee put up. She goes, not the toe again. Yes.
Yeah.
We had some real comments about the toe. They don't like it.
My friend Shannon is the only one that said that she would do it. She's a Fox News anchor.
Yeah.
She's one of the nicest. Her
Shannon Breen.
Yeah,
dude. Why didn't she do it?
She said she would love to do the pod, but I think she's on air or doing actual news like right now. But I reached out to Debbie Gibson. She ixnayed me.
Like the mall singer, the girl from the younger day.
Yeah,
yeah.
She's hot.
I've always had a crush on her.
You're friends with Debbie Gibson?
She sent me a heart. So said happy 50th, and she sent me. So I reached out.
The mall singer is Tiffany. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Debbie sung in a mall.
She was pretty though.
Both.
Yeah, she was. I reached out to some last comic standing people who I was with, and I got excuses that my internet connection's too bad to do shows. I reached out to some other comics, and everybody had a reason why they couldn't. So I'm anti most comedians.
Well, you can call me, dude. I'll do it.
You'll do it.
I'll be your guest next time.
You don't need some of this. I write every day. I don't have time for a podcast, so I crank out new material.
Well, John, I mean, if you want to try and get, if you want to try and get somebody, let's just make it a thing. We'll just throw it out to our friends last minute, like I did with Reno and Jeff Richards. I mean, the day of. Josh Blue. Does anybody know Josh Blue?
Love Josh Blue.
Does anybody have his number?
Who we could get out? Reno, do you have any friends? Who can we?
Yeah.
Get out with
Wait,
this?
Reno, give us your phone.
Yeah. Give us your.
Why don't you get Cable Guy on here?
I've had him on Country-ish. I don't know.
He's just throwing stuff at his TV. Seriously, he's fired up. Dude.
I know, dude.
Get him on quick.
We talked for like an hour on the other podcast, and I didn't know we were going to go down the roads we went down. I'm like, oh man,
he'll take you down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Oh, I wish we weren't leaving. You know what we should have done, fellas? And then we should ask just a random guest, somebody who's been chatting on here. We could just figure about like that so and so's a person in your neighborhood. We could have just did a little crowd work. You got somebody on here. But anyway,
can you do that? That would be really cool if somebody could send a comment and then you go, "Hey, I'm going to put you on here."
We could. All I would have to do is say, send me a private message in the messenger on Facebook or whatever, and I would just simply send them the link like I sent to you, and then Alan would let them in here. We could do that.
Yeah.
So we'll do that next time, John. How about that? Let's make that an offer for people, because I feel bad. We didn't really get to a lot of these comments because we had such amazing guests on. But we see your comments. We're not ignoring you. I mean, we kind of are, but I mean, we're
not
trying to
on
be
purpose.
entertaining.
We'll get you next time. Okay, Reno, I want to build the stage with you, and we got to perform. Can we have to do one of those shows?
I would absolutely love to do it.
We couldn't do it by the end of this year because I think it'd be too hard, and then bringing stuff to unless what state
I'm
are
in
you?
Nashville. We could come here and do it.
Oh, gee, I could go visit 800-pound gorilla.
Dude, that's my guys too.
Those are my guys.
I love those guys.
I got I got albums with them.
Yeah, I do too.
Come on, see, there we go. You know what we'll do? We'll make Damien set this thing up.
Ooh.
Yes.
And then
Dorfman
what's
Kathy Madigan? We'll get her to do a set.
Yeah.
Yeah. The color. What's 800 times 3?
He's probably
24.
2,400-pound gorillas.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll make them pay for it, and we'll put their name on it. And
dude, if either one of you guys ever wants to do anything, I'll do it.
I love that about you, Reno.
You know?
That's why I like you. You're a go-getter.
And if anybody calls looking for a show from me, I'm going to tell them about you two guys.
Yes. Hey, Reno, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Or
wherever you want them to go.
Twitter at Reno Collier. I started doing Twitter more, but I don't know how to I tweet stuff, but I don't have a check mark.
That don't matter. What's your Twitter handle?
At Reno Collier. I don't want one.
But it's just
me.
Like your name, at Reno Collier. Yeah.
Yeah.
All one
I'm going
word.
to stick to it. Yeah. And Facebook.
Got it.
Good deal. John, you have a cow or something over there? What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how you would turn out a butane heater without burning it off. But there's no off switch. There's an on button.
Use your steel-toed boots and just kick it over. Come on, be a man.
Okay. All right, fella.
All right, listen, we got to go. But, John, we have a new outro. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you,
Bye,
Reno
guys.
Collier.
You guys,
rate,
thanks
review,
for having me
subscribe,
on.
and share.
John, great to see you, buddy.
Yeah, take care.
For
too,
John Heffron, for Reno Collier, this has been Heffron and Reep. We'll see you next time. Bye.
You've been listening to the smooth sounds of Heffron and Reep. The show is over, but come back next week, same Reep time, same Heffron channel, for more comedy conversations, music, 80s church, and the life and times of the quarantine comedian. Always expect the unexpected, and who knows where the conversations will go. And as always, remember to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Peace.